So we were deeply connected with them to see that this program becomes a success. The greatest feeling was, when this pandemic happened, all these schools under engagement were so quickly able to adapt into this particular environment. And when we used to talk about blended learning, hybrid learning, when we used to talk about those years, it was not very relevant to them. But then when hybrid learning is where we are today, where online is going to be a part of you. Okay, after pandemic, there is a disruption. You cannot live without the online learning, right? But then the challenge is, how will you keep your child engaged in the classroom? How will you make your lesson plan so dynamic and so connected that the curiosity for the child is there, and he is able to connect with you with the messaging what you want to do. Now, we have just started the journey. Okay, and as Kulbhushan sir mentioned, we have done a phenomenal job. And once a teacher is always a learner, the journey is not going to stop. So what we did was, we did this program, we did this for higher education. I've got a small video to play here. Audio is there? So some video which I put across during pandemic. We have a program called Everyone Can Code and Create for kids. Very wonderful program. It was in the initial stage in 2018. Now it's a complete developed program which is aligned to NEP 2020. We have this program running right from first grade onwards to 12th grade. Incidentally, we are also the team who has set up the world-class Apple Training Center in VTU, which is the largest technical university in India. Okay, so that being the background, we were able to then prepare a program for kids. Okay, so you can imagine the trainers are Apple certified trainers, but it doesn't depend on Apple products alone. We made it independent of the platform. And like Kulbhushan sir said, no child should be left behind. We want to bring these labs to every school. So we have an investment program where we will see that the investment is distributed over the years, but every child will get an ability to learn these skills. Now these skills are very important. Like I mentioned, pandemic is disruption, online learning, what I spoke about, every vertical, it's completely transforming. It's very, very important for us that we bring these skills in these children. We talk about machine learning, artificial intelligence, these are all these subjects spoken across. And when we go to higher education and we see the kids out there, the foundation still is lagging. Our placement is hardly 9% of the engineers who are coming out are getting jobs. So it's required us to bring skill. Elon Musk was talking about, don't go behind degrees, go behind skill. And that's the challenge what we need to bring in. And the hybrid learning brings out another challenge. The child is not going to be in front of you. But and I know there is more learning happening already. And for which we need to continuously prepare ourselves. Hybrid learning is what we believe is the future. And that's what the products of Apple redefined the way teaching and learning happens. We are not saying other products don't do the job, but Apple really simplifies learning. It brings in more curiosity, it brings in a lot of things on the table. Gone are those days when you go to the library to see the books. You see you have 10,000 books right across on the product itself. So it's about innovation. And you all know it's a $1 trillion company, right? It's the first $1 trillion company with the innovation what they come across is globally accepted, and they believe innovation is doing something better. What you're doing right now, teaching from your home, is innovation, right? And the pandemic made you to do that. And suddenly we are all adapted to it, and now we know it brings value. Let's not forget that. Online will be a part of the learning, definitely for every child. Just a brief background about Apple, because they are the one which most of the Fortune 500 companies are using those products. Definitely you should bring these skills for kids in the school. It could be a small iPad lab, just 10, 20 iPads can do the job. We can begin it there. So we have run a program. Why creative?